the cape has got a little bit of a bendy wire, so you get you gotta kind of find where the bendy wire is, but eventually you can get, there's no bendy wire in that cape. Your boys!
Oh, we back!
We're back again. It's time for another That's Figures with your boy Will.
And your boy Sam.
Should we get into some That Figures?
We totally should, man.
I think we should.
A bit.
There's a bit to get through, but it's all nice and collated. I think we're going to get through this. And I think there's a noise that Sam can make sometimes. Sam might make said noise. We'll find out.
Okay.
We're going to cross over to some footage, which means... It is a...
Oh, no! Oh, is that life size?
It's life size for basically our like second grade Mattel plushies.
It's only $400.
It's pretty good. So this comes to us from... I knew the Sam noise had happened. The Sam face is happening. This comes to us from Mattel, who have done the plushie that's featured here. This does come with that plushie as well. Sam...
Wait, so this is actually made by them?
This is made by Mattel, yeah. It's got... You haven't gotten to the bit that it just terrifies and excites me. I know. It's got motorized doors, so the doors will actually open and close. It's just wild. I should click through it as well, so there you go. There's the pod shut. Look at that little face! It's also got, the base is obviously a little bit adjustable. You can push it up and down. There's a little bit of angling to it. And it's available on this site, the Mattel Creation, from March 5th to the 12th. So there's actually only 2 and a bit more days to pick this up. $400 US. So a little bit more.
Tears in my eyes.
It's
amazing.
It's so cool. And like, even he's pretty decent.
All it goes.
Yeah, I know. Adjustable. It's like, it's going to be good for the friggin', the cosplays. Imagine that.
Oh my god. Oh my god, because, sorry to interrupt you, Will.
No.
You could totally, like, is that bunnies, you can buy these little, like, square beds where there's 4 wheels on the bottom. Put that on one of them at a con.
Totally, wheel it around.
Oh, but get, like, a motorized one with, like, with a remote control.
Someone else remote controls it. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, so this is available to pre-order there. They're a limited run only until, like I said, the 12th. But there was also a one-off version of this that was sold on eBay with all the proceeds going to a thing called Project Art, which basically sponsors and funds a lot of young artists in whatever art they want to do, which is a sick initiative. But yeah, this is a one-off one over on eBay, sold for $12,000 US. If I remember, it may have been 1,200. I didn't double check, but it was 12,000. It is a floating version of that thing that obviously has a magnetic base. Oh, Sam, you're giving me all the thumbnail images. Thank you.
What the hell?
So
this is so mind blowing to me because this is literally the sort of thing where you're like, this is made by a third party company.
Totally.
Oh, holy shit!
There he is. Look at that man.
Oh my god! Did he make it? If so. Thank you.
What a genius. But yeah, so it's basically magnets in the bottom and the base, and it floats. It was a one-off. It's basically the same product, but magnets. Yeah. So just imagine paying $400 and then just buying some magnets, but you could also pay just $12,000. It's pretty wild.
There's technically like only one person that physically owns this at the moment.
Yes.
That's
yeah, so on March 5th. Was bought for $12,000. Item does not ship to US, which makes me think that this probably wouldn't either.
I mean, look, I feel like Zing or pop culture will find a way.
Yeah. I mean,
or Sugo will find a way.
Sugo will find a way. Look, Will find a way. But, it's very cool. It's the kind of thing, though, that, like, in our current era, I feel like you could 3D print this.
100%. And, like, I was as you were talking, I was thinking that because I have seen many files where you can 3D print this. It's just so time consuming because it is such a large piece, and it's the case that you need to print it in like 12 different pieces and then glue it all together. But oh my god.
That's amazing. Isn't it so cool?
But Will, think about it. With the one, like the proper one you have, like the prop essentially. If you bought this, you could just stick him in like the corner of the room and sit him in that.
It would be amazing.
And then we can weather it. Oh,
look, I'll look into this. I'll keep this tab open. I'm not.
I want to go to Patreon. By all means.
If you just like 7 of you do the $20 tier or something, that would be amazing. Something else that's quite cool is another Hot Toys from the world of the Mandalorian. We talked about the teaser, I think, last week, but now she has arrived. It's Bo-Katan. There she is.
Or as many people are saying, it's I think it's John Cena.
Yeah, that seems to be the go.
Yeah.
Which, like, maybe. Just maybe.
I can see.
I could definitely see it. It's just like the head sculpt is just like a little bit too long. I think if you brought it up, that would lose the kind of masculine jaw, and then you'd be sweet.
If they bring up that jaw a little bit, I feel like it'd be fine.
Yeah, totally. Because the figure itself is incredible.
It's bloody sick, man.
I think it is one of their entire Mandalorian line so far has been perfect. So it's not worth even saying one of their best. Anything from that is great. I don't have a problem with the face dolphin pants. I don't know if you're saying that you have a problem. I think it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, it comes with obviously the head sculpt, the helmet, her vibro blade, her jetpack with flame effects, the grapple, the comm link, and then the thing that I'm like most impressed with. See that shot's better. I feel like
that's not bad there.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the angle, but the other aspect that I think hopefully will change is the hair. I think that might need a little bit of a go over.
Do you, with the hair, is your issue the sculpt of it or the color?
More so the color. I think the sculpt is fine. I think maybe a bit, like, bigger on the sides, maybe? I don't know. Okay. But definitely the color, I think, is a little bit too brown, less so, like...
Yeah.
Like, her hair in the show is 100% this. Like, it's bright... orange. So I think they definitely might need to do a do-over on that. But it's currently on Sugo for $369.99. After promotion, it'll be $420. So it's worth jumping on early. It's not bad at all. And some figures that we'll be talking about later, I'm like, it's crazy. Like, look at them together.
Do I
even have a choice?
I'll tell you what was really cool. On the Sunday of the Comic-Con, there was a cosplayer there that a few of my friends knew. And she had this cosplay. She bought it from this guy overseas. Cost her 10... That's my brother freaking out. Can you hear it? They just won a game of FIFA or something.
Yep.
So she bought this cosplay from overseas for like $10,000. But it's like, I know, right? But, Will, this cosplay was like it was taken out of the damn show. Like, the weathering on it was so freaking sick. And it just, dude. From like, up close, I just wanted to, like, touch everything. But
it would look a bit odd. But send me some pics afterwards, because I like, the costume in the show was incredible. So to think that someone's got it.
But in saying that, my point is that, like, it's amazing they've been able to translate that into this. Because look at it, man. It looks so freaking cool.
It's so good. It is. I had decided that Mando with Grogu Deluxe is it, but this, I think, needs to be next to it.
Ahsoka will. If they do Ahsoka.
I don't know.
It's your favorite Star Wars character.
I know it is my favorite Star Wars character. I will be doomed. I will be in big trouble.
Really will.
But the good thing about this is that it's not set until Q3, 2022. So it's quite a ways away. But about $100 deposit on Sugo. So we'll see what Will does. But that is all the news on Star Wars. So I'm just going to quickly jump in. You can see the little mouse on Sam's face. There it is. Let it go. Look at it go. I've got to work out a way better system than that. But we will be checking out some more Hot Toys over in the Marvel section of that figures. But while we're talking about Marvel and Hot Toys, if you want to check out an exclusive unboxing of this Doctor Strange figure, you can jump on over to patreon.com/each to their own. That video should be up in the next couple of days, exclusive for the tier 2 patrons. So, and also Sam. Sam will always get a link.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't even know there was a filmed unboxing, so I'm just really excited for that.
You'll get to experience it with Will. And I almost wish that we could have all experienced when they revealed these new Marvel figures, because they're very, very good. So
I did yelp.
You yelped?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, it's just the fact that they revealed these so early. Actually, we should say up front as well, if you're listening, if you're watching right now, we're going to take a look at figures that are related to the series finale of WandaVision. These figures and the pictures and stuff about the show has been out there. So if you're just tuning in, I can't really say that I'm about to spoil this for you. I feel like you would have seen it by now. But either way, look away, because we're about to take a look at them. I'm pressing the button. You had your chance.
You had it.
You had it.
It's gone.
It's gone. We're taking a look at the WandaVision figures of Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Both dropped. Dolphin Pants, spoilers, it did scare me just then. I was like, you worried? What do you think, Sam?
Look, I think they look sick. I know that you have your opinion on the Wanda figure. Personally, I think they look really cool. I think I'm just in awe because I was not expecting these figures to happen at all.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting Hot Toys to do figures from these, like the series at all. So I think they look sick. Vision, I think, is a great improvement from the original one we have in terms of the actual body. Like the head sculpt and the paint apps are pretty similar.
Yeah.
They definitely improved, but the body on him is sick.
He's great.
The guy's got muscles now. He's got abs. And I'm hoping that with that comes better, like, quality of the body and suit as well. Look at that, man.
Look at that pose.
I will just say that cape has got to have a wire in it.
I hope so.
There's no way it can't. Because look at like the shape of the cape there.
It's flayed and they've got it curled around the back.
But at the same time, they did show him sitting in a freaking chair.
I'm.
When it doesn't come with a chair.
This photo is bullshit. You know, it's such a friggin' good. Like, this would sell so many people on the thing. Why wouldn't you get the anyway? Apparently, it is the chair that was featured in the Stanley Hot Toy, so they're just reusing something they had, which begs the reason. Just put the chair in the box.
That and a boom mic. That's all we needed.
And it
doesn't really come with anything, so they would have been great accessories.
Totally, he is the lesser figure. While we're on him, we might as well talk about him. At Sugo, $329.99. After the promotion, $379.99. Still super cheap. Anything below the 400 mark on Hot Toys nowadays is like
not too bad.
It's pretty good. And like $330 for this figure, if you get it now within the price thing, is great. Like, that is for and it's a figure that is basically the same as the Age of Ultron one. So, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like if anything, just a bit improved.
Yeah, it's a better figure, if anything. I think the face sculpt is probably the same head, but it's got better paint apps that I think has brought out everything a little bit. It's a little bit more Paul Bettany than the original. I should really have had the photo here. But yeah, new body is pretty much confirmed because, yeah, it looks far better, far more human, ironically. But, of course, the big selling point of this action figure is the base / backdrop, which I haven't really got a good photo of. It's kind of this. Like, it's this thing here that's going on at the back here. There we go. Yeah, it's this. Which is sick. Like,
it's pretty cool.
It's awesome. It's a great thing. It's unfortunate that Wanda doesn't come with anything like that.
It's just, it baffles me, man.
Yeah.
Like, they've gotten halfway here. It's like, you know where to go with these things, and then they just,
they don't
like,
do
go
it.
up and they come down.
Tell you what, I know I'm already pre-ordering this, but that photo has definitely sold me on the fact that I am like, that is amazing. Yeah. That looks so good. But of course, this is only one half of the pair. We also have to talk about the Wanda, the
Scarlet Witch herself.
The Scarlet Witch herself. But like Dolphin Pants says, she has the hands. She is also set for Q2 to Q3 2022. Probably, I want to say it'll get pushed to Q4. Most of these figures will miss one of the quarters. Sugo currently have her for $360, and after the promotion, basically $399, $400. Again, a great price for this figure that has some cool features, including the luminous reflective eyes. The downside of this not being just an LED is basically that you have to shine a light at them for that to happen. It's a great effect, but it's a great effect in the way that, like, you would go, hey, Sam, look at this figure. Isn't that cool? See those eyes? Aren't they cool? It's like...
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awkward.
Yeah, like, it is a cool feature, but again, it's the same thing with, like, the bases and the backdrops. It's like they know where they're going, but then they just fall off completely.
Just do one dumb thing. But the upside, of course, is that her arms do have LEDs in it for the hands, similar to Captain Marvel.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the hands do light up. Some great effects pieces, great hand pieces.
That cape better have a wire in it as well. And can the cape come off?
The cape is removable. We're yet to know if the crown is. I don't think it will be. Yeah,
because, like, that was going to be my question, because I saw a photo of the head sculpt today. Yeah. And there was very much not any, like, there wasn't really anything on the head sculpt to implement that there was going to be a crown there.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm wondering if it's like a magnetic deal.
Totally.
Where maybe it's like one magnet in, like, her forehead.
Underneath the skin.
Clicks on. But then at the same time, it's like, why? Because it's not like she takes it off.
Well,
while wearing the suit.
I would like it so that I could put that head on one of the older figures.
Yeah,
that
of course.
Would be nice.
I will just say in the chat, Syntax has asked, is there a Billy and Tommy? No, but holy shit, Will, how good would it be if there was?
I would buy the shit out of that.
In their Halloween costumes, please.
Yeah. I am like, I would put money on the fact that come Toy Fair this year, we will get Vision in his comic costume, Wanda in her comic costume, and a 2-pack of Billy and Tommy. As convention exclusives, which usually go out to pop culture and stuff. Like, I would like to hold off buying, I mean, I don't really want this figure at all, but, like, I would hold off buying this purely because I want to buy their comic book costumes.
Yeah, of course.
It's so good. But obviously, new body for her as well. Cape's removable, LED arms, power effects, lots of hands. The thing that isn't quite shown off, it's a little bit blurred, but the Darkhold will come with her as well, which is cool because obviously Agnes is the one that uses it the most. She really only uses it in the post-credit scene, but that is, like, cool. You actually included an item that's obscure that is used for literally 20 seconds.
Yeah, but an item that could possibly show up again. So, like, that's pretty cool. I mean, if that's a thing, but yeah.
She's reading basically from Satan's book. Like, she's going down a bad path.
She's going down a path that you just don't want for a person.
You're going down a path that I can't follow. But that is kind of all the news on the Hot Toys side of things. But alongside the announcement of these figures, we also got a look at a Marvel Legends and a Marvel Select Wanda. The Marvel Legends obviously being the 6-inch line. The strange thing with this, so far at least, it doesn't seem to have the cape. So
interesting.
And it's also only featured on the Walmart's. It's only listed on the Walmart side. So this may be a Walmart exclusive. And then in the main line of things, she will have probably a permanently fixed cape. So if you want the capeless look, you'll have to go to a Walmart store or
would you be more inclined, Will, to get this than the Hot Toy?
I would still no. I mean, the thing with the Marvel Legends as well is, like, I literally only have... I can't go that far. I literally only have... I literally only have Marvel Legends for the Endgame display. So it's like, I don't need this. I've no place for this. And also, I hate the costume, so I'm not going to buy it. Yeah. But no, it's a good question. Yeah, if I were collecting Marvel Legends, 100%, because this is a great figure. Like, the head sculpt's great, the hair sculpt's great.
The hair has a bit of, like, lift to it, as though she's, like, in the wind.
Totally. It looks great, and also, like, the little cloak and everything. Like, it's a great figure. Then, obviously, the Marvel Select figure, a little bit more detailed. It's an extra inch tall, so there's a lot more kind of going on.
That looks very cool, that one.
It looks great. Obviously, this one does feature the cape. The thing that I find interesting and unfortunate is I feel like Marvel Select may have gotten more up-to-date images than Marvel, and it's always the case. Marvel Legends are always based on concept art. Because if you look, the legs have these little shapes, whereas Marvel Legends, not so much.
And, like, on the other one, the paint apps just look a whole lot better, in my opinion, 100%. As well. Yeah. Has there been any images for like a Vision, or has it just been her at the moment?
Just her. There was a white Vision, which which Lucas was talking about. I'll see if I can get a picture via here.
It'd be cool if they did a white Vision hot toy.
Yeah, there is. So there's
cool.
your white Vision.
Yeah, sick.
Kind of whatever. But so like that's it for Marvel.
That's it.
The thing that like we were talking about with Vision is I feel like because that will probably be his look going forward, they might wait until like a Series 2 or an Avengers movie where he looks like that. They'll go, that's when we'll make... Because right now there's also nothing to put with him, I guess, as well.
Yeah. It's totally like we'll take advantage of that look when we've got more merchandise to put with him.
Totally. Yeah. When we can we can lump him with some...
That's very, very fair.
But so that's Marvel. That's at least one thing. Actually, hang on. Will created it at the end. Don't worry, Sam. That's all on you. The next thing. But before then, Will created a graphic just for tonight, and he didn't.
Oh no!
It's not for. I literally should have used it so many times already. I'm just gonna go back over here. Hey Sam, pretend that this was part of the segment. Hey Sam, would you buy this?
I would. Yeah, I would.
So that means it's going in Sam's basket. And it's also, because I basically already pre-ordered the Vision, it's also going in Will's basket. See, that's I literally was making those just seconds ago.
That's why he's a big charge, guys.
Yeah, so, god damn it, Will. Why even make these graphics if you're not going to play them? Sam's basket merch, maybe that's one of the tier
Oh, that is so funny.
God, I'm the worst. But something, I mean, for me maybe it is the worst, but something that might not be the worst for Sam at least. It's finally time. We finally have official pictures. Is Sam going to be okay after this?
He may not be, but we do finally have official images of the action figure line for the Snyder cut.
There they are.
And oh my god, and this may shock you, but I do have mixed opinions about these.
They do look cheaper than I expected.
Yeah, especially Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gave her those legs?
That's just... Oh my god! Yeah, there's no shape. They look like those string cheese things where you pull the cheese apart.
They're all like she's taller than Batman. That shouldn't be happening.
That is very odd. Batman looks tiny.
Yeah, he does. Look, they like for what they are though. They do look really cool. Mm-hmm. It's just small things like certain paint apps that I'm not 100% happy with, especially on the Flash.
Yep.
His suit has got like the silver wires that run all across it.
Mm-hmm. They stole your poster.
Not mine. But, they are sculpted onto the actual body, painted. But I mean, look, it'd be not a cool thing, but I guess it'd be an afternoon just buy the Flash and just, Sharpie on there. The two figures that are obviously very enticing to me are Superman and Darkseid. Superman, I'm sorry, Will, I'm sending you all over the place.
No, it's right there.
So for Superman, we've got two versions. We've got the black and silver suit, and then we have got the blue, red, and yellow classic suit.
They nailed the red of that. The red and blue.
I like as well that this suit has got a bit of a sheen to it, like it does in the films. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, those two and Darkseid are the ones I'm very, very tempted by. No. But even with Darkseid, there's been a bit of like confusion about him because like there's this image here where he's got the full torso piece and he's got his full armor, and then there's the other image where he's missing that torso piece.
Yeah.
And this is meant to be Darkseid at a younger age than what we see here. So people are wondering if this is going to be like two versions like the Superman, where he does have a torso piece and doesn't. I'm still very confused, Will, on where these photos have come from. Because then, like, one, they're not that high res.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Be high res, but two, whenever I try to link them back to a source,
they just don't exist.
Like, because I checked the Facebook page for McFarlane Toys, they put nothing up. So it's like, who's put these out?
So there are a couple of more high res ones now.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
But still, these aren't actually available to buy it. Like, they're sitting on Amazon, but you can't actually pre-order them.
Yeah, totally.
But the weird thing that this is confirmed is that the Batman doesn't come with the Bruce Wayne head, which means they're releasing two separate figures.
Yes.
One with and without.
Because in the thing that we saw where they had a list of all their figures, there was two figures of Batman where it was Batman and then a Batman as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So I am assuming that figure of Bruce Wayne is him just without the cowl on.
Yeah.
Which, why? Just give him another head in the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did get a few high-res images of a few of the figures, and with them in their packaging. And just because I like it, it's a cool feature that each one of these is coming with a trading card, like they've done with the other ones in the past, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't really have anything else to say on them, really.
No, Syntax says, you have better luck finding them in the Tom and Jerry merch.
Yeah, look, probably. I wouldn't miss it at all.
Here's a couple of more high res.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa's East European cousin or something
Probably.
I guess the other aspect of this is I feel like, obviously not people like this boy, which obviously confirms it's two separate figures. That I think a lot of these are probably recycled figures. So I think maybe the thing with the scaling of Wonder Woman, I like those effects pieces on the Flash.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
The thing that I think with the scaling of Wonder Woman with all the rest of them, I think that figure is directly taken from the Wonder Woman 1984 line. And they possibly designed the few new Snyder Cut figures outside of designing that figure. And so they've just put that in the box and gone, it's the same. We'll leave it there. And
totally.
so it's just not scaled.
Exactly, yeah. Because, when I first saw the Wonder Woman, I was like, isn't that just the one that we just got?
Yeah.
But even when you look at these figures, it is a thing where they look like, figures that have just been recycled from old parts and repainted to look like the League, I guess. But yeah, I mean, they look fine.
They totally, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting much, but I mean, it's good to get something.
And for their price point as well, which is going to be around $19 US, so about 25 hours. It's they are cheap figures.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're decent prices. It is the ones from Big W and stuff. So
maybe we can get them.
Maybe you can get them.
No. Well, yeah, we is in our country.
The collective. Yeah, totally. Jake Kennard says, I swear we had a Darkseid figure when I was growing up. Had eyes that grow if you held it up to glow if you held it up to a light. Figure roughly the same size as the He-Man figures. That's sick.
That's very cool.
I wonder if he can put the anti-life equation. I don't care about DC. To a point, because I'm actually I got close on this just purely for how good this looks. I was like,
the life size thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's no one with taste likes this costume, but there's something in how perfect this is that I'm I kind of want this.
Yeah.
It's the 1-to-1 scale Harley Quinn from the first Suicide Squad film. This thing is estimated April to June next year. On Suga right now, it's $4,999, and it'll go up to $5,499.99.
Wow.
So
that's unreal. And the sick thing about this is that because it's life size, it essentially comes with two props: her gun and her bat.
It's a very good point.
can you take those out of her hands?
That would be cool. You could certainly
imagine if her hands were just made of like a silicone.
Well,
and you
Sam,
could bend the fingers back. And
oh God, I wasn't going to say you can bend the fingers back. This thing is 77 centimeters tall, so I mean as tall as the top half of Margot Robbie, assumedly. It's life size, and it's made of the platinum silicone body. So similar to that like fucked up Wonder Woman video where they just pull open her eye socket and plop in an eyeball.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Oh, so you could potentially just pry.
You could possibly. There might be enough give, especially the gun, I feel like.
Yeah.
But that, basically means she is fleshy. She is basically a human.
The thing that I will say worries me about this so much, and not like just in the sense that I don't want to stumble upon this on Reddit, but they've gone to the detail, like they've gone to so much detail that the character is wearing a bra underneath her shirt.
I am worried about it.
I am so scared because there's going to be some weird person on Reddit or something that's going to be like, how do you fix the figure? It accidentally fell over in the wind. But in reality, you just tried to get a gaze at the bra, mate.
You did. I will say, like, just from like an artistic standpoint, how they've managed to make the shirt transparent over that is interesting. Like, it's just, I think that's the thing. It literally is perfect. Everything about it looks like it's ripped straight from the film.
Yeah. Like, it would totally just be that they bought a real shirt and then...
Or made it,
done the wedding. Because, like, you can buy shirts where they are a little bit, like, see-through. So, like, it's... But the fact that they've gone to that detail to do that, and, like, damn, man. It's freaking cool.
It's like Dolphin Fan says, where would you even put that? And that is the biggest hurdle with all these 1-to-1 scales. I didn't actually put it in here. Let me see if Sugo still has it on their main page. But you
would definitely need like a warehouse for these things.
Yeah.
Like, insane.
It's like... I'm hoping it's still on the main page. Is it? No. Hang on. By the way, everybody, go to Sugo Toys, but don't buy any of the figures that we want to buy because we want them and we don't want them to be sold out. But yeah, the other one, oh God, there's so much stuff that I feel like Twitch could cancel me on, is this thing. Oh,
he looks very cool.
My God.
And did you know about him before I mentioned it?
I think I saw like a photo.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know he was on here. Like I'd seen all the photos, but I didn't know he was actually on available. But my God, my goodness.
It's freaking cool. And what I'm hoping, because it's now been announced that we're getting a newer version of this because of WandaVision. But what I'm hoping is that this is just from like his chest upwards and like a little bit of his shoulders. I'm hoping that the WandaVision one is more like the Harley Quinn ones that we've gotten where it's like the waist up.
Yeah, totally.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice. Because, they're so... Queen Studios is something else, man. But this is Stone Glow. I'm pretty sure it does. Doesn't got it on here.
Hope so?
Yeah, but annoyingly, the Hot Toys one doesn't, and I still find that baffling. But that's not a bad idea, Jake and I. Just put it on the dinner table and it watches you eat.
Very true.
It's not bad. He wouldn't be eating, so maybe you should buy it.
No. Yeah.
That'd work perfectly.
Exactly.
But again, and we're back on Marvel, but whatever. Fucking hell, Will. Sam, are you going to buy all of these?
Not all of them.
I don't have a graphic for that.
It's fine. Look, I'll just say yes.
There you go.
Because I do want to get at least 2 of them. I definitely want a Superman and I definitely want a Darkseid. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I'm good for the rest.
Would you get Wonder Woman? Not Aquaman looks terrible, but Wonder Woman is like a nice scale with Superman there.
Yeah.
You could kind of go with them and get your Flash.
Yeah. I mean, look, even at that point, I'd probably just try and track down the 84 version.
Yeah, totally.
Because I feel like it looks a bit better.
Less messed up legs.
yeah, totally. And I feel like with some of these, I can probably track down way better versions of them.
It's true.
From past films or just from like, other companies and stuff.
I also feel like, and as much as we don't believe it'll happen, I feel like this is just the start and that there will be your SH Figuarts, your Mafex. Like, I almost would say don't buy any of these because there is going to be a better version of all of them.
Yeah, well, look, in that case, I'll probably just buy Superman then. But look, I mean, because like, yeah, this was the big conversation we had when like the Snyder Cut movement was like happening, and it was like, yeah, it's coming out. Like, we never expected this to happen.
No.
But if this now gets to the standard of like Hot Toys, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Like, I don't think it will.
No.
But if Hot Toys are like, here's Zack Snyder's, you know, I'm just gonna be like, who the fuck asked you?
You. But because I guess the interesting thing with these figures is they're basically made by DC. Like, whereas Hot Toys are their own company, the McFarlane stuff is owned by Warner Brothers. It's basically a DC line of action figures. So yeah, there's definitely a less of a leap for these to exist comparatively to Hot Toys. But and then of course the alternative is I would very much like to.
It's a thing where it's like, if we had the money,
because the deposit, if you just want to put a deposit down, Sam, is $2,200. So it's like, I can't even like go, you're in the future, I don't have to worry about you now. It's like, you have to put down a half of it. So yeah, it's not worth it. It's just, I mean, it is. It's 100% worth it, but it's not worth it.
I mean, there's characters that you can probably get that will probably be way more worth it.
Like, look, if Nebula becomes a main character for the Guardians movies moving forward,
100%.
Will's got no chance.
No. Not at all. That's,
what else?
That's future us to worry about.
Nebula?
Yeah.
I don't know what other characters. Which ones? Because I mean, like,
would you get like a poor eyed Ant-Man?
If he has this face.
Yeah.
I possibly would. Legitimately, if he had that face, I would do it. Like we're absolutely do it.
It's a thing that we think about often. Hey, we're like, what ones would we get? Like, because for me, it's like, because there's a Henry Cavill Superman coming. Yeah, that looks freaking sick, and that's on Sugo. So I'm so scared. If they did like a Captain America from Endgame, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, if they did a Thor, hell yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. You know who has a great face? And just this is going down the line of, and it needs to be addressed. The Harley Quinn one is incredibly attractive, and just the idea of having that in your house is tantalizing. But someone who has an incredible face that I've just Sebastian Stan, like, it's every clip that I'm seeing out of Falcon, I'm like, why have I not noticed how cool this man is? Maybe it's because he's been covered in hair, but
it's just like, like the more you see of him, the cooler he gets.
Yeah.
And the more I hate myself.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm never going to be this.
No, never.
Yeah, like, and just spinning off that, I know we went Marvel, DC, Marvel, but that show, I don't think I'm excited for the show, but I'm excited to watch those characters, because, like, every little interaction they keep showing, I'm like, these guys seem, like, fun, and after, like, how WandaVision, as much as I loved it, was very much up its arse, I think this show is going to be a lot more fun and easy to watch, and so I'm excited to just enjoy Marvel again. So, there you go. There's my thoughts.
Yeah, and I mean, and I guess with that, we'll also get more Hot Toys figures to enjoy again.
Falcon, I just need them to re-release that Falcon. That's the biggest issue right now.
Yeah, because, like, and look, I'm going to be, like, if they do a Falcon and he doesn't come with, like, the shield, like, could you imagine that?
That would be insane.
I'd riot.
Yeah.
You'd see me in the streets.
That's an interesting thing. Like, if he doesn't claim the shield, would they give it to both of them? If they do a Bucky and a Falcon, or would they just go, nah?
Like, are you talking about, like, in the show?
Just, like, and then leading into the Hot Toys figures. It's like, if he doesn't, like, own the shield, who would they actually... I guess it's... I mean, they gave Wanda the Darkhold, so I don't think there's much. But imagine if they didn't do either Falcon or Bucky, but they did a US agent. It's like, thanks. No one wants that. Although I found out that the guy playing him is Kurt Russell's son, and that's fucking exciting.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, he's also an actor that I've seen many times before. His name, I think, is Wyatt Russell, and I've just never connected that the Russell is Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty exciting. So I'm excited, and that is a character in the comics that sticks around as well. So I'll be excited to see what they do with him. But one thing I don't remember if these figures made it into an episode of That Figures, but a second wave has been confirmed. It's the Best Action 5-inch figures, so they're actually a little bit shorter. These were the ones that kind of just had a bunch of different licenses, like they had Kiss, they had Lord of the Rings.
That's right. Yeah.
They had like Napoleon Dynamite. I found out that Big W are actually stocking them. So if you want to get Angus Young with this phenomenal head sculpt, like it's second to none. This is.
Okay, look.
Look at that. Look at that face.
That looks like something off like a cake topper.
It does. It's crazy how they, like, I know the whole thing with him, and is it Angus Young? I don't know enough about AC. Yeah. I know his whole thing is that he dresses as a schoolboy. This actually looks like a child.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah.
It doesn't look like a man.
That's a bit
funny. But there is a brand new line of these figures coming, and it includes the likes of, hopefully, there we go, TMNT. So there's a bunch of all the turtles are coming. I'm so excited for the figure that keeps like fading into view all the time. Buffy.
That's pretty cool.
It's a decent head sculpt as well. Like,
if it comes out that way, a different story.
Yeah, if it doesn't look like this. Both Buffy and Angel as well, which is cool. I don't think he's nailed the head sculpt. I know very little about that guy, but it's not quite there. But most importantly, oh no, Gremlins, no one gives a fuck. Go away, Squares. Most importantly, Ozzy Osbourne.
That's pretty sick.
Just again, I love a good screaming head.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just a dumb figure. He's got his mic stand. He's got some peace and love hands. And then the other figures that will be coming out of that line is more from Kiss, more from Avatar, The Last Airbender, as well as Beetlejuice, Lord of the Rings, Firefly, and Big Trouble in Little China. So if it goes down the same route as those Big W figures, they'll all end up in Big W, $25 each, which is a pretty decent...
That's not bad.
Yeah, and actually has 25 points of articulation, which is pretty decent for a cheap figure, but I don't know. I don't need any of them. Like, I've hit the point where all I'm doing is buying these. Like, that is it. I can't buy anything else.
That's all you're doing.
I can't afford... It's literally all I'm doing. I can't afford any more of these.
And you have space to spare.
I'm literally trying to work out where he goes. But at the same time, every time I put one more in there, I'm like, oh, this looks cool. So it's like, I've partially made the decision that because, like, I've already got Black Widow in there, I'd like to put Vision in there. So I'm wondering if it just becomes like an Avengers in general. So I'm like, do I put him on there? Do I put Speedy Boy running through? I just kind of
you might as well.
Because he's still in the box because I don't have anywhere to put him.
Yeah, cool.
But we'll see. I need his sister first, and that one is gonna be true. I missed out on a $430 one, which was heartbreaking. That figure.
Do you remember when I had the opportunity to get that one from Wollongong for $50?
Insane. Insane. And then that woman, you were like, no, I don't want it, my friend might, and then she just straight away just palmed it off.
Yeah, because I was like, look, I've got a headache. I can't be bothered going down to Wollongong to get them. And I was like, but my friend messaged you about this other thing you had. He'll want it. And she's like, oh, no, it's all right. And I was like, no, it's not all right. No. We want it.
I imagine how much cooler my shelf would be. Speedy Boy, I was so close. It's not the figure I ended up buying, Dolphin Pants, but the figure I was almost going to buy was there's a Quicksilver from Apocalypse that I thought was still in stock, but it actually had sold out, and I assume sold out in the last couple of weeks. So that was pretty close, because he's wearing like a black leather jacket, which basically is what he wears in his first appearance. So we'll see. But what we can see now to round out fucking hell, round out our evening is a couple of customs, one of which you gave me, two of which
I'm so scared.
God damn it. Here we go. I opened them in the wrong browser. so it's fine. The first one is not overly exciting, but pretty cool. Someone's made a... Oh my god, what was that? Jay Kennard, did you just gift 5 subs?
What a legend!
My god! What? Thank you for doing that. We're getting... Like, what, I don't know what to do with that. I guess this. Here we go. That's all it's going in my basket. My god, you needed some retail therapy. You could have bought anything we've talked about, but thank you for spending
Thank you so much.
Your money here. That means the world to us. Thank you, Jade/mum. It's not my mum, but she is the Eto mum.
She is a mum.
Thank you so much for that. And I guess in a roundabout way, thank you, or welcome to the feat, Melly Mangoes, Cross Buns, Short Freakazoid, Combustible Props, and Liz Dahlia. Oh, is this Liz Dahlia? We know Liz Dahlia. Welcome, everybody. Also, Combustible Props is a great name for a channel.
That's actually really cool. Is it a channel about props that combust? I hope so.
Yeah. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to find out later. Again, thank you so much, Jade. That means so much. This is pretty cool. This is coming soon. This is someone that I follow on Instagram. It's basically a stand for your Black Series figures, which you slot the box in the back of it.
Oh, yeah, you're going to like that.
It's pretty cool, and you get to see the little image that is on the back card. It's great.
See, that's just smart thinking there, isn't it?
Isn't it cool? I also love just it on a nightstand and like on a lamp.
Yeah.
I think that I could do that.
It adds so much to it.
It does, right? Like, I would halve my collection to just have like a row of these, and that's all the figures I own.
Yeah, of course.
These are all made to order, obviously just 3D printed with black filament, so you could weather them up and all that. I mean, like, the design of it, so Star Wars. Like, I love the fact that it leaves room for the number.
Oh, that's satisfying as hell.
Isn't it great? And, like, obviously just continue through. It's so cool. And $29 US and up to 74. It's decent price, right? Like, the 74 is basically buy 4. It'll be $74. So I could buy, like, 8. But this is, it comes from Landspeeder Luke, and he's got a bunch of cool dioramas, all sold out, unfortunately, but they're super cool, like, incredible. This guy does a bunch of customs as well, and he posts them in this style, which is how they reveal figures, and every time it freaks us all out, because we think that Hasbro's done something amazing. Like, look at that! It's the Falcon!
That's very cool.
So if you put that on a shelf, it'll look like you got that going. It's
So is that also 3D printed?
It's all 3D printed. So obviously he's a great modeler as well. It's great. The guy is great. These cost a lot more, obviously, because there's paint applications in general. But there's some awesome options. Hopefully they come back through. Like, imagine getting a little Jewel of the Fates duel going on.
That would be sick.
There you go. Put some LEDs through the bottom of it. Sick. Well done, Landspeeder Luke. But staying with Luke, this is one that you sent me. This one.
Yes.
It's a wide cloak. And you've been sending me a couple of things from this guy, so tell me a little bit about Jackson.
Look, to be honest, I got no idea. But, like, he makes some really good stuff. And, like, it's, like, all it is a cape, but I feel like it's the cape plus, like, the pose he has him in and the face. It just, like, look at that.
That's so good.
Like, it just adds, like, the fact that he's posed this cape to look like it's in the wind is amazing.
It's cruel. Like, it sets such a high standard that Hot Toys will never get.
No, it's so sick. It's so sick.
I'm praying that they re-release this figure, and because I want it. I hate myself for never picking it up the thousands of times it was cheap. But
yeah, 100%.
The cape is absolute, and he says on this post, DM me for details. So assumedly he can make you one if you want. The other thing that I think you sent me earlier was this, which just looks like a person.
Yeah. Holy crap! this came up on my feed, right? And I was like, "Oh, sick! Someone has made a life-size suit.
Yeah.
A Henry Cavill suit. And because, like, you know, when you go on, like, Instagram, like, the Explore thing, and a bunch of icons, so obviously I didn't see it up close. I've clicked on it, I've gone, oh, shit. That is a Hot Toy body.
So good.
And the thing that they've done to this, like, I don't know if they've done it on purpose or if this figure was just better than the others. But the Superman body has this issue where his shoulders, they come to like a bit of like a peak and then come back in. Whereas these are just nicely like formed shoulders. Yeah, human shoulders. But the thing that what they've done to this to make it stand out even better than what we have is obviously like it's got the new cape, so like the pleats look a lot better. But they've also, I think, airbrushed around all like the muscles.
Yeah.
So all the abs and like his leg muscles and like the biceps all just stand out a lot better.
Yep.
Than the other ones, and oh my god, I want it.
It's so like, imagine if Hot Toys released stuff like this.
And it's just so vibrant and colourful.
Yeah.
And just I want it.
It's great.
So in saying that, join the Patreon.
Let me pay Sam.
But like this is
So follow if you can just what's that? 2, 4
Jackson
6, 8 6? I don't know. Yeah, Jackson. Follow this guy if you want some cool stuff. Cool. There's a whole bunch of images. This cool cap head. A lot of the things he's grabbed. He's done this. Someone else painted it. But my god, insane.
People are smart, man.
People are too clever. Especially no, please.
No, so I was gonna say this is the booth at a con where we'd be in trouble.
Absolutely, we'd be buying so much.
He'd have to go home halfway through the first day because we just buy everything.
Absolutely. And I see no problem with that at all.
No.
I'll do it all.
Artist, you know?
But speaking of artists and very, very clever people, they call me obsessed on Instagram. It seems like they're just taking... Oh, look at Syntax. He's found that link. You're a beautiful man.
What a man.
This is they call me obsessed on Instagram. They seem to be taking what appears to be maybe Barbie dolls or something and turning them into something special.
Oh, I did see this.
Look,
this is sick.
Incredible. Obviously, entirely custom clothing, entirely custom face sculpt, hair sculpts, hair things. This person is great. Like, I'm. If I could buy these for the time
as well.
Sorry.
I think like when you hovered over her profile, I think she's made like an Agatha
she has.
as well. Oh, that's sick.
Like,
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty great, right? Like if these were available, I would buy them. They're just
Well, that was even my next question. Like, can you buy these?
Yeah, like can she make me that?
I wonder if it's Will. I wonder if it's like a case where if you source like the Barbie doll,
maybe
she just like goes to town on it because
she's phenomenal. Like
sick.
And then she's also done this, which like my one is not the worst, but
this hair is unreal.
Like if I could, I assume she's in America. If I could send this figure to her so that she could do that to it, because it's the one thing that kind of hurts this figure.
Oh, what happened to her, Will?
That's just out of the box. There's just no.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, basically, I mean, how it was just then wasn't great. If you do that, it's okay. You just got to push the hair to one side. But what she's done there is just phenomenal. Like
that's unreal.
But it's also the case of, you know, sculpted hair is probably the way to go.
Yeah. Because has she trimmed it there? Sure.
It says, what does she say? No, looks like she's just giving it a bit of a zhuzh. Maybe a bit of a trim on this. Yeah, maybe a little bit. But, I mean, the length is right. It's just chaos to make this look good.
Yeah, totally.
But it's fine. It's fine. This figure is phenomenal. Like,
cool.
This figure is insane.
I'm glad that you opened it and didn't wait for the on unboxing.
It's going to take way too long. She's also done a Vision. There he is.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is pretty cute.
Hot Toys, take note. Like, that's what we want.
And, like, if Hot Toys did this, it would be so, like, you put the Paul Bettany head in literally a green sock.
Yeah, like, totally.
That's all they have to do. A green sock, a shitty cape, a shitty pair of pants.
Yeah.
Like, they can reuse Miles Morales' shoes. Like, it'll be simple. And the same with Scarlet Witch. It's like, you don't have to do anything difficult there.
No.
You can use the same head sculpt and just put a different crown on it.
And if the crown is like a magnetic crown,
yeah,
that's where that would come into play, I guess.
I am praying that Hot Toys do these figures. I need them.
Yeah, that's freaking cool, man. It's freaking cool.
Yeah. So this is they call me obsessed. If you want to check them out on Instagram, they've done a bunch of things. They do mods to a lot of different figures. They've made a Daphne from the original Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's sick.
Very good.
Oh, that is very cool.
Like, it's such a talent, man. They've done a better Wonder Woman than most of them. But yeah, real talent. This is bizarre to look at.
Get that away from me.
Okay. But that was that figures for this week. There's a whole bunch of things, lots of things that we'll put in our basket.
Yeah.
I don't have the graphic here.
Nearly all of it, to be honest. And there is just one thing, Will, that I think we should mention to those watching, because I feel like they might be interested.
Yeah.
If you go to Zavvi at the moment, they've re-released a certain amount of the Doctor Who 1/6 figures. So there's a 9th, 10th, 11th. I think there's a 12th.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Capaldi? Yeah. So there's those. I think there's a 4th Doctor as well. Because these came out years ago. And when they did, at that time as well, they were just a very small amount. So they sold out very quickly, made by Big Chief Studios. So they've obviously partnered with Zavvi, have made them again, but just with not as many accessories, I think.
Yeah, they've slimmed them down just a little bit.
Yeah, but like, I'm so tempted. Especially
that price is like, because these things have always been that price. Like, that's not more expensive. That's not less expensive.
That's retail. Yeah.
That's retail. They're limited to 400 and free shipping as well. And on top of all of that, due out in July, so we'll have them in hand.
If I think if they had the Matt Smith and the purple tweed. Mm-hmm. I'd probably be a little bit more tempted.
Yeah, because I always had a problem with this figure because the tweed just didn't look quite right.
Yeah, because they're using the tweed that he wore from like season 6 onwards.
Yeah.
Whereas like the season 5 tweed jacket is the one you want. Because I didn't like the orange lines in this one.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a big fan of that. Just Doctors Can I Get Unfortunately, they've only re-released the Doctors. Amy, Clara, Rose are all still... I mean, Rose is still on Zing if you want to get Rose, but yeah, yeah, very tempting, Sam. Like, painfully so.
Painfully so. It's scary.
And are any of them sold out yet? No, they're all still there.
Like, how cool is it though that they've brought all of them back?
So good.
It's amazing.
It's from seasoned American audience onwards tweed. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're so good. And so freaking tempting, Sam. I hate this. I hate that you've reminded me that they're here.
I know, I'm so sorry. I just figured that I'd let everyone know about it.
God damn it, Sam. God damn it, Sam. God fucking damn it, Sam. Oh, God. It's definitely the end. Well, thank you, everyone, for watching. Okay, bye.